exercise 2.70 on page 72 in your workbook. This exercise is a little difficult. The exercise itself is not difficult, but what it's asking you to do is difficult for a lot of people. And that's to identify what type of clause you have here in the sentence that's in bold. And your three options, of course, are adverb clause, adjective clause, and noun clause. Remember, just to review before we start, a clause is simply a group of words that has a subject and a verb in it. Okay? So, let's try number one. Whenever Jane comes home, she turns on the news. She turns on the news when? So that the first part in bold, whenever Jane comes home, that tells when, and adverbs tell when. That's an adverb clause. Number two, I know that telling the truth is the best policy. What do you know? Since it's a what you know, that makes it a noun clause. Number three, what I ate for lunch made me sick. What made you sick? What I ate for lunch. That also is a noun clause. Number four, I was sick because I overate. Because is the reason. Reasons are going to be adverb clauses. They're adverbs. Again, all of these things I'm saying, such as it tells what or it answers why or when, these are the same questions, the same strategies you would use for identifying any adverb, any noun, any adjective, not just that they're clauses, but it's the same thing that applies for clauses as it does for the individual words. So, number four, I was sick because I overate. Because I overate, because is an adverb, it tells why. Number five, she did not tell me when she would call me. She did not tell me. Now, when she would call me, you might think this is an adverb clause because it tells when. But actually, what is it that she didn't tell you? It's not when did she tell you or when did she not tell you. It's what did she tell you? What did she not tell you? Well, when she would call me. That's actually a noun clause here. You could change it to the time. The time. Number six, the sofa that I bought last week is very comfortable. This is a classic example of an adjective clause. See, sofa is a noun. So what is after it that I bought last week, it tells which sofa. And that's what adjectives do. They describe or they limit, they tell what it is that you're talking about. All right. Number seven, where Anne went is a secret. Where Anne went is a secret. That is a noun clause which is functioning as the subject of the sentence. What's your verb here? Is. Who or what is a secret? Where Anne went. That's your subject. It's a noun clause, one big noun. Number eight, no one knows where he lives. No one knows. What is it that no one knows? This is a noun clause actually, although you might think it's an adverb clause because it tells where. It doesn't tell where. It's talking about where, but it does not tell where this person lives, right? So what is it that no one knows? What does no one know? That tells you that number eight, where he lives, is going to be a noun clause. Number nine, I forgot to ask how long the movie runs. What did I forget to ask? How long the movie runs? That's a noun clause also. I know it looks like an adverb because you say how long, it's kind of measurement. Nope. It's what it's doing in this sentence. And in this sentence, what it's doing is it's saying, what did you forget to ask? If the question you're asking about this part of that part that's underlined or bolded begins with what, that's going to be a noun. All right. What do we have here? 10. The man who sold me his car moved to Arizona. Which man are you talking about? The one who sold me his car. Classic example of an adjective clause. Number 11. Yesterday I ran into a friend I had not seen for years, or I had not seen in years. So I had not seen in years tells some information about the friend. It describes the friend. Therefore, number 11, that's going to be an adjective clause. 12. He was prepared to move whenever she asked him. So this whenever is telling when. So when was he prepared to move? Well, anytime she said to move, he was ready to go. So that's going to be an adverb clause. 13. It is important that you change oil in your car regularly. So in this case, what is important? And the answer is that you change the oil in your car. That makes it a noun clause. 14. What he said made everyone upset. That's also going to be a noun clause. So what made everyone upset? Whatever it was that he said. All right, 15. She said, what did she say? She would be back at noon. Noun clause. 16. Why they broke up is a mystery. You say, well, it's a reason. But why they broke up is not, it's not giving the reason. It's not explaining. It's talking about the explanation. So, in fact, you could say, number 16, you could change it to the explanation is a mystery. The reason is a mystery. Is a mystery. The reason, that's a noun. It's not an adverb, right? Now, if you said that they broke up because blah, 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 when you say because blah, 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 now you have an adverb starting, an adverb or an adverb clause. Okay, so number 16, why they broke up is a mystery. That is going to be a noun clause. It's actually functioning as the subject of that sentence. 17, she has spoken English well since she moved to England. Since she moved to England. Now, since has two meanings here. It could be when, ever since that happened, or it could be why. She has spoken English well because she moved to England. Since can mean with time, since noon, since 7 o'clock, and since can also mean because, since I don't have my book, since I don't know the answer. But in this case, it's going to be an adverb clause. Number 18, I know who took the last cookie. So what do I know? I know the name of the person. So that's going to be a noun clause. And number 19, I need a friend whom I can trust. Whom I can trust is going to be an adjective clause. It tells what kind of friend. 20, even though he bought a house, comma. So words such as although, even though, because, if, those are going to be introducing adverb clauses. Number 20, even though he bought a house, he has not moved in yet. And that's going to be an adverb clause. And that is exercise 2.70. I hope you did pretty well on this activity.